Hi guys, today I've got a Doctor Who news video for you with an update that has just been freshly announced. So the BBC have just announced that Doctor Who will be releasing a behind-the-scenes style show titled Doctor Who Unleashed, and here is what they had to say in their latest tweet. From behind the sofa to behind the scenes, get ready for a brand new Access All Areas show when Doctor Who Unleashed, hosted by Stefan Powell, lands on BBC Three and BBC iPlayer in the UK this November. 2 heart emojis plus movie clapperboard emoji. So this is a very similar approach to what we had back in the original RTD era, Doctor Who Confidential, which aired just after Doctor Who on BBC Three and showed the behind the scenes of the episode of what was just shown on BBC One. This will be really nostalgic for fans who were around at the time like myself, as I always remember being so excited to see how the scenes were created and how the creatures we see on screen are actually just men in big rubber suits. In the official statement, the BBC said, "Time to step behind the scenes. Doctor Who Unleashed lands on BBC Three and iPlayer this November. Just as you come out from behind the sofa, it is time to step behind the scenes. A brand new Access All Areas show, Doctor Who Unleashed, will give the viewers an unmissable insight into the world of Doctor Who. Doctor Who Unleashed is a new 30-minute factual entertainment series produced by Bright Branch for the BBC Studios for BBC Three and BBC iPlayer. Host Stefan Powell, BBC gaming correspondent and former Radio Newsbeat presenter, has been given the keys to the TARDIS, and after every episode of Doctor Who, viewers can switch over to the BBC or iPlayer as Stefan takes viewers on a journey showing them just how this out-of-this-world drama is made." That was a tongue twister. Now this is really interesting because the episodes are only 30 minutes in comparison to the 45 minutes that we're used to getting in Doctor Who Confidential in RTD's first era. So I wonder how that is going to come to play when it comes to airing, whether they're going to cut certain aspects or maybe not feature so many things that they did back in Doctor Who Confidential, such as the interviews with like past doctors or that sort of thing. The statement goes on to say, "With exclusive interviews with the stars in front of the camera, as well as those behind it, Unleashed is the ultimate companion to Doctor Who." Now, Russell T Davies, who first introduced this style of show in his era, also had some things to say about this announcement. In the official statement released by the BBC, Russell said, "Over the years, I meet so many people who were inspired to find careers in TV because of the behind-the-scenes material the BBC would show. And now it's back, in the grand old tradition of Doctor Who Confidential, but in a brand new form, Unleashed, so a whole new generation and faithful fans of old can see what the stars and crew get up to behind the cameras." The statement then continues from the host of Doctor Who, Stefan Powell. "When you're told Russell T Davies is asking for you to present a show, you say, 'When does he want me? Doesn't matter, I'll be there.' There's a really fun and fascinating group of people bringing Doctor Who to life. I can't wait for the audience to meet them. I'm so chuffed to have been trusted to help tell, in all its glory, the story of what goes into making the magic happen." Joe Pearce, Bright Branch creative director of Doctor Who Unleashed executive producer, says, "This series gives audiences access to all areas, led brilliantly by Stefan Powell. Viewers are invited to see what really goes into the making of Doctor Who. It's been such a privilege to create this show, and we're so grateful to the cast and crew who welcomed us and allowed us to tell the story behind the camera." Fiona Campbell, young audience of BBC iPlayer and BBC Three, says, "Doctor Who is a show that needs no introduction, so it goes without saying that BBC Three and iPlayer are thrilled to introduce this incredible new series that invites viewers into the world of Doctor Who, showing them just what really goes on. Doctor Who returns this November." So one thing I find quite funny is I remember when the pictures were first being kind of shared on social media when the 60th anniversaries started filming, when David Tennant came out in all his glory with his brand new costume. I remember when Russell T Davies turned up on set, and also people thought that Louis Theroux was there as well, like doing some sort of filming for a show like Doctor Who Confidential. And it's really funny because obviously now it's turned out that it's not Louis Theroux, but I remember when everyone was just going mad because they were like, "Oh my god, Louis Theroux involved in Doctor Who," and it just, it was really funny at the time. I don't know if anyone else remembers that, but it was just something that I had to mention in this video because I thought it was really funny. So my thoughts on Doctor Who Unleashed are, I just can't believe it, to be honest. I've been wanting this sort of spin-off kind of behind-the-scenes thing for such a long time, and I think it's such a shame that we didn't get to see a lot of that with the Peter Capaldi and Jodie Whittaker eras, and I think that kind of goes to show how much we were lacking in those eras, unfortunately. But hopefully going forward, every Doctor that has a series now should have some form of behind-the-scenes content. Even if it exists online and online only, that wouldn't be the ideal situation, but I think every Doctor does deserve that kind of behind-the-scenes series to kind of really dive into what happens behind the scenes. I wonder how many times I've said scenes in this video. Anyway, for me, it really seems like the BBC are starting to pump out the promotion as it's reaching its 60th specials, as they just dropped the official 60th anniversary trailer last week ahead of the first Strictly Live shows on BBC One, and if you were like me, you're probably left speechless after that cinematic masterpiece. I can't wait to see how the episodes turn out, and now we're officially under 2 months away from the 60th anniversary date, 23rd of November. I'm really, 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 really excited. I don't know if you can tell. So please do let me know your thoughts on this announcement and what do you expect to see or want to see in these episodes. If you like this video, please do give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more Doctor Who news ahead of the 60th anniversary specials in November. All the best and goodbye!